Hey, Insights and Analytics, welcome. I'm going to give a quick executive overview of one of the dashboard items within Insights and Analytics today. It's the Site Auditor. The Site Auditor provides a fantastic introduction tool for the first step of business development, prospecting for new client, or an opportunity once or twice a year to go back to an existing client and provide them with some deep insights of services that the agency can provide them. And site audits are usually a loss leader item that the agencies generally provide the site audit summary view free to the clients or for prospecting. It gives the salesperson an opportunity to, one, see what it is that can be improved within the prospective website, and it also provides that salesperson with an understanding of how advertising can become more effective. Everything ends up back at the client's website. Everything ends up back at that domain, no matter where the advertising comes from. So the idea is that if the website is not pristine, it doesn't matter how good the advertising is or how good the advertising channels are. We need to start with the site audit and getting the website absolutely perfect for conversions and optimization efforts. So what we have then within the Insights and Analytics tools, it's part of the SEO services. The site auditor is that first step in the process of providing good search engine optimization and overall conversion optimization, which is what SEO is today, is more conversion optimization than search engine optimization. And so here we have an overview of a particular campaign, a client within the service, and their site audit. And we start with this summary, and we see that there's a little over 200 issues, and we break down what are the issues. There's some visibility issues, there's meta issues, content issues, we have link issues, image issues, and semantics are doing great. We have no semantic issues in this particular case. And we got some very good ways of seeing just exactly how the overall summary of this particular campaign or this particular client and prospect are doing. And then based on the degree of severity of the issue, then we have this inner menu of the different items within the site audit that we can go through. So if we want to see what are the visibility issues, then we can open up that tab, and we can do the same for meta issues and content issues. And then we can look at this and say, well, visibility issues are extremely severe. They affect everything, the user experience, the web crawlers, and the web bot experience. They're more important than meta. Meta, however, are more important than content issues, and content issues are more critical than link issues, and so on and so forth. So the hierarchy here within the sub menu, or a degree of the severity between the user experience and the web bots and the web crawlers, and that's really what a web presence is all about, right? We've got two things that we have to accomplish. First is that we have the user experience, where we're trying to sell products and services to a user. So that website provides that opportunity to create that relationship and that level of trust, and to get that sale accomplished. And then the other part of it is that there's an awful lot of web bots and crawlers and spiders that work with the hierarchy of search engines and educational directories and news directories and link resources that provide us with referral traffic and such. So we need to do both things there. Like I said, we need to do both the user experience focus, and we need to have the web bot and web crawler experience to make sure that our website domain is working for both. So as we look through the images then, or the elements of the site audit, we have a couple things that we need to think about. From an executive point of view, we want to say this is fantastic. We can really get the client to a point where the traffic that we're sending them from all sources of the advertising, and all the channels that we're providing them advertising resource for, they're going to get the highest conversion rate for that advertising spend. So this is fantastic. This is where we can make the biggest impact. And from a salesperson's perspective, this is fantastic because it gets you in the door and where you can really show the value of the services, the digital services that your agency provides. And then we have to walk a little bit of a fine line here, and that from an executive, from a salesperson's perspective, this is about as deep as you want to go right here, the summary. You don't want to go any further into the details with a prospect or with an existing client, because anything deeper than this, you're giving away the solution rather than selling the solution. So if SEO services are something that you sell, and you make revenue from, then you want to go with the summary. But what you want to have the confidence then is that your analyst, your digital scientist, your data scientist and digital have this insights and analytics toolbox. And with this insights and analytics toolbox, when you sell a web package or an SEO management package to this prospect or to the client, you can have the confidence to know that as they drill down in here, as your service provider, your SEO analyst drills down, they are going to be able to identify exactly where in this particular client can they immediately take actions that are going to have a tremendous impact, an immediate and tremendous impact. They'll know exactly where to fix, what to fix, on exactly which page it needs to get fixed. They can drill down into these items here, and they can find out, for instance, what's got low word count. They're not going to get listed for these red items here. The word count's too low. It's duplicate content. The search engines aren't going to like that. Directories aren't going to list these particular keywords, these particular web pages. So have confidence when you sell this package. When your team is using insights and analytics, they're going to identify the exact location of what needs to get fixed and where it can get fixed, and in how many locations does it need to get fixed, and the elements. So that it's a fantastic tool. So we have the summary that's available for an executive conversation and for a salesperson conversation, and then you have the specifics of what needs to get fixed and how to fix it that are available to the service provider and the team to make sure that anything that's a kind of red X or a red flag, I mean, we can drill down, we can identify exactly what to do. And that's a site auditor. And like I say, it's about maybe once or twice a year that we can go to. And one really last specific that we can show you is the comparison. And the comparison is something like this for the salesperson, for the executive. Think about it this way. Let's say that we went out and sold this particular client the solution back in June, and today and right now we're in September. So what we want to do then is we want to say back in June to right now, currently, this solution was, what have we done? What have we been able to do for this particular client? And we can do the comparison. We can say, right now, we got a 6% improvement here on meta description. We got a 6% improvement here on pages with too short a description tags. We got a 171% improvement here on low word counts. And so we can see on a side-by-side comparison where's the efforts been put into place and how have we improved for this particular client. So have confidence now when you go out and sell an SEO service or a web development solution to the client that your team has the insights to know how to make a grand, rapid impact for that client.